Hey everyone, I just got back from surgery just a few days ago. I stayed a week out of state to get slipping rib syndrome surgery. The surgery went fine. It didn't help though. There's an underlying injury next to it, which I wasn't fully aware of but assumed the whole time. Now that my ribs are stabilized on the right side, I can feel it, and kind of left me pretty bummed out, to be honest with you. I have to go back for surgery for the left side in October, roughly around then, anyhow, sometime during the fall. But in the meantime, I'm going to be seeing a EDS specialist, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, connective tissue specialist that sees all these strange injuries and may have some insight as to what is going on. I don't have EDS, at least I have not been tested for it, but I do have Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a great mimicker, as they say. It weakens connective tissue, creates faulty connective tissue, which essentially mimics Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and creates all these horrible anatomy disorders. That's one thing I wanted to mention, is that I'm considering to treat the Lyme, but I have to get new testing done since I haven't gotten testing since I was a child. I was treated before in the past as a child, but treatment did not work out. I believe it was not aggressive enough. It was not very successful. Very minimal medication for treating it. But the only issue is that I don't know if it's safe to treat the Lyme. Actually, Bartonella is what I believe I have. I don't know if it's safe to treat it while I'm going through sleep deprivation and having strain on my heart and akathisia and all that. But at the same time, maybe it could give my adrenals the break it needs to be able to fight whatever this is. Regardless, I need to get it diagnosed. So that's what I'm kind of focused on. Here's the issue, as always. Health insurance is $430 to $450 per month. Lyme disease testing is about $300 to $400 per test. I need probably 2 of them, so we're looking at about $800 for the testing. On top of that, when I travel out to see the EDS specialist, I'll be driving. I won't be, somebody will be, and to either rent a car, it'll be a few $100s for the day, or if I hire somebody, it will be $300 to $400 one way, and that's $300 to $400 the way back too. So we're looking at a few $1,000s. Plus getting slipping rib syndrome surgery again, which cost me about $1,000 for the hotel, $700 approximately for a car, which turned out to be a truck because it was out of state and it was very, very complicated. But it's kind of fun to have a truck, I guess. Didn't really get to enjoy it too much, but you know. And then we rented a car on the way back because our pilot from Angel Flight was unable to fly us back due to weather issues. So that was a few $100s. This stuff adds up. Health is not very cheap. So I'm hoping somebody could donate to help me get Lyme disease testing and to perhaps have some money to travel out to this EDS specialist. And I also forgot that my doctor wants to send me to Mayo Clinic, and that will probably happen soon, although I'm not very confident in doing it because I'm pretty convinced I know what's going on for the most part, and I just don't think Mayo Clinic is the place to figure it out. But I'd like to be wrong. That'd be great. My hands are full. I've had a lot of help all the way through so far. financially, physically, so that's good. But it's like a never-ending cycle still. I'm still not sleeping. I'm having akathisia unbearably. I need to somehow get that under control, but I don't know how when I'm still not sleeping. My sleep's sitting up and it's not helping me as much as it used to, but it's still working, so let's not talk about it any further than that. I was hoping that I would have some strength to make some money, but I just don't have it in me. Maybe my dad can help. We'll see. Regardless, if you guys can help, that'd be great. I'll put a link in the description below for a GoFundMe. And if I'm feeling up to it, I'll type out everything that needs to be done. It would be nice to see a Lyme disease doctor and just have it all done once and for all, so this stupid injury stuff doesn't happen again. Lyme disease affects your connective tissue, which is why the cartilage in my ribs broke down and slipped my ribs. I also discovered that the scars on my spine that go straight across like this are on some of the ribs that were slipped on the right side. So the right side broke, which then the left side had to compensate for, and eventually slipped as well. But there's also a scar that goes straight across my spine, and it affects my vision. There's a ligament, I'll have to research this a little bit more. There's a ligament that starts from your brainstem and goes down, just coincidentally, right where that injury is, right where the slipped ribs are. I'll share that more later if I fully grasp it. Pretty sure there's something to it. So that affects my vision and neurological things. So this has just been a whole mess in general. Anyway, 7 minutes. If I go any further, nobody will watch all the way through. I need some help still. I need to get the left side done. I need to see a connective tissue specialist. I'm apparently going to Mayo Clinic. Getting another ultrasound, dynamic ultrasound of my rib cage and abdomen in hopes to determine if there is something else going on or to rule out what we saw previously. There was some spreading during the ultrasound. When I would breathe in, something would, two things were connected like this. They're supposed to be solid, but when I was breathing, they would break apart like that. I'd like to see if that was the slipped rib. It should have been. So we will confirm that, and if not, then perhaps it's a torn muscle spreading off from the cartilage every time I breathe, and that would be required. That would require surgery, and I have a surgeon that is one of the best in the country that can do that, and he's ready to perform the surgery if it's necessary. If I survive all this anesthesia, oh my gosh. Detox, I guess, right? But he'll also be pursuing a neurologist to confirm the akathisia and to somehow get off the stupid benzodiazepines so I don't rip my skin off. Anyway, I'm still alive, I guess. I don't know why. Lots of thoughts in my head about that, but you know. Alright, going to try not to go into akathisia today anymore. If you guys can help, that'd be great. If you have any questions about it, would like to know more before donating, just let me know. I'll try to let you know, but basically I'll have everything written down, so I really don't know what else there would be to say other than help. I'm really tired. I'm so tired. I can't do anything. It's driving me insane. I like to draw and kind of enjoy some of the furniture stuff. I'd like to do some research on Lyme disease and help more people with slipping rib syndrome. I found a whole bunch of people that have it, and they're already going to see the surgeon about it, so that's pretty interesting. That's an easy one to figure out. I could probably go to the beach and just look around and point out, you have slipping rib syndrome. You have slipping rib syndrome. It's pretty obvious once you go through it. And the surgeon was talking about how I've spent like over $120,000 at this hospital on testing to try and figure out some of this injury that was going on down here. And he's like, sometimes it doesn't take any money. It just requires this, and poking at the ribs. It's pretty funny. And I was like, yeah, but I still got to pay you something, so here's 10 cents. Here's 10 cents for poking at my ribs to figure it out. So I guess I got that fixed. My ribs feel very stable, by the way, even while going into akathisia. So he's a very good surgeon. His suturing method works. Pretty impressive. Anyway, if you guys can help, that'd be great. Links in the description. Bye.